Welcome to episode 144 of The Running Journey. I'm Rob. This is the intro to the episode. In this one, we talk about quite a few things. So this is me and my brother inviting you guys into our life to hear what our conversations are like when we chat about running. We appreciate you guys coming in. Today, there's some talk about injury, touch back on last week, and a comment from R-Dud, who mentioned something along the lines that marathon runners are always injured. And we discuss that comment. We talk about an update to Charlie and his running, how it's going, how he's subliminally given up on sub 3 for the marathon project. I think he's wrong. I think he's got a shot at it. Anyways, you heard it from me first. I think he's going to do it. Heaven forbid I said that to him. He'd call me out, but I think he can do it. Next, we talk about Guinness records. There's a significant chunk of conversation about the hard-boiled, peeled, and eaten record, and also an intro into what my son would like to do for a Guinness record. We talk about that. We talk about bandits, running bandits, and their prevalence in Manitoba, and specifically in races, and the boom that has happened at Manitoba Runners Association, the MRA. And then finally, we end up talking about what seems to be a passion project of Charlie and I's, the backyard. And by the way, we're still looking for people who want to crew that for Charlie and I. The weekend of April 27th, we'll get you there. We'll fly you there. We'll feed you. If you're interested, please DM me, reach out to me. We'd love to have some volunteers for our crew. We've got Grant and Dwayne the Rock Wheeler signed up, but we could use more. All right, guys, this episode where we touch on everything and anything. And I think you're going to love it. Charlie and I talking about our running passions and other weird stuff. Enjoy it, guys. It's a good one. Episode 144 of The Running Journey. All right, there we are. I'm Rob. This is my brother, Charlie. Welcome to edition 144 of The Running Journey. I did the habit, Charlie. I took the habit of writing it in the title of the thing because that way I know what episode it is. 144 episodes. Good to see you. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm turning a corner big time. Not as excited as you must be. And my buddy Phil, who's gearing for a sub 3. I've been cycling a lot. Man, cycling's not as fun as running. Come on. There's no way it's as fun as running.
Well, I mean, if you do it outside, it can be fun.
I guess.
You haven't done much to me.
Almost none. I've done almost no outdoor cycling in my life. So maybe
training wise,
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed is a loose term, but was okay on the outdoor cycles in my Ironman. Like I was this is kind of cool. Like the air and the scenery changes quick. But I've been riding my bike in my basement now for a couple of weeks or whatever it is, a week and a half or so. Fudge, I cannot wait to get out there and run.
Yeah. So when are you back at running?
Well, I don't know. I'm seeing Q, my physiotherapist, on Friday this week, and I'm hoping that he's going to give me the okay to start now.
Yeah. So if you were to just if you're walking right now, or if you were just to not worry about what your doctors say, would you run right now, or you think you're good? Okay.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I ran. It's been, I don't know, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. It's been a while. So I feel it though, still like a little bit, but I mean, I felt things a little bit forever in my life. We talked about this last week. And by the way, we got some positive feedback on the episode last week. R-Dud sent me a note, says, I guess he works a little bit with injured athletes. So Riley Dudar, shout out to Riley Dudar. So I asked him, what's your next A race? And he says, I was like, oh, what's your next marathon? He said, I'm not doing marathons. And he says, all you marathoners, you're always injured. I don't want to be injured. Maybe there's a bias because I guess he he sees people when they're in. Is he a physiotherapist? Do you know? Do you remember?
No,
Strength coach?
he's a conditioning coach.
Conditioning coach. Okay. So he wants to do a high rocks, but he said that our discussion on injury said it was very valuable. A couple other people reached out to me and said that they appreciated us talking about injury. Brammer, shout out to Ryan Bram, and a couple others. So what was I saying? I was saying I don't know. Like if I didn't have a diagnosis right now, I would just be doing what I did when I got injured, which is I think it's fine. I'm just gonna go. So I'm gonna wait this time. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it dissipate. So every time I do my bike and every time I do my physio, it like feels blood flow to the area, and I'll feel blood flow to the area for a period of time, 5, 10, 15 minutes. And Q said, that's awesome. That's fantastic. You want to feel that blood flow and it should dissipate. Oh yeah, it dissipates. How long? 10, 15 minutes. Okay, great. He says, if ever it doesn't dissipate, like an hour or two, you went a little too hard. So now it's not like you ruined everything. You just pushed a little above and then you need to come back below and and in the old days, I would just, I'm still going to do this in the future. But with this particular injury, I know that I need to load tendon slowly. So I've not had a point. And then he says, next day, think of how you feel the next day when you wake up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what I'm dealing with. It's boring as heck, but I'll be running soon, hopefully. And it's crazy because in like a week and a half, I leave for New York with some of the running guys. And Phil, our buddy Phil, is trying to do sub-3 in New York. And I won't be able to run that race unless Q gives me the okay to run a marathon. Is there a chance?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kidding. I probably shouldn't. We'll see.
If you were me, based on what I said, you'd probably run it, right? You'd probably just take it easy and run it.
I don't really know how bad it is for you. So yeah,
it's not bad now. Now it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Tough one.
I'm gonna follow his instructions.
So I went for a walk today and I felt like, do I have a shin splint starting? Because I don't remember the last time I've had a shin splint.
I don't even know what a shin splint is.
Yeah. So when I was younger and every time I would start and stop running all the time. And whenever I'd start again, I'd get shin splints.
Quick timeout. I do want you to finish that story, but tell this. I'm not sure the listeners understand what you mean by when I was younger, I would start and stop running again. Can you expand on that? Like what younger, what you were 10 or you were
like
20?
In my 30s. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, in my 30s, I started and stopped until this time where I kind of kept going for a long time. Right.
So you would run for a month and you go, I think I'm going to run marathons, and you do some running for a month, then you would stop, or a few weeks or several months.
Yeah, maybe a few months, or I'd have a half marathon I'd decide to do and I'd just do it, right?
It's crazy to think about that for you, the level of dedication that you have. I guess you weren't. Why do you think that's the case? I'm not trying to, I find it odd that you didn't become addicted to it.
Well, because I had a lot of other, I guess. So hockey, I played hockey, I guess, and it was kind of just to be in shape for hockey. That's kind of why I was doing it, right? Like, I don't know, it was kind of secondary.
You're doing it just to build cardio kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, so now you can continue your story. So in the past, when you're younger, in your 30s, you would start running and you stop, and then you'd get shin splints. I think you were going to say.
Yeah. Always I would get shin splints in the first couple of weeks of starting. And then I would just kind of power through and then they go away a little bit. But today I was walking and I'm like, oh, do I have a beginning of a shin splint? Anyways, I think it's not a big deal, but just
it's irritation on the inner edge of your shin bone caused by irritation of the muscles, tendons, or bone tissue.
Yeah,
what does it feel like? The bone
just hurts right in front of your shins.
No, I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah,
but I know it's a common injury.
Yeah, it's common, I'd say. So I think I was reading this thing about the most common injuries, and it's like shin splints is for runners. I mean, shin splints, plantar fasciitis. I'm guessing some kind of hip issues, knee issues. I don't know. Those would be my guess.
Chad tells me shin splints 1.
Yeah.
Runner's knee, patellar pain syndrome. So pain around behind the kneecap, overuse. I think that might be what I have.
Yeah.
IT band syndrome.
Oh, IT. Yeah.
I've had
IT.
that.
I mean, I always have it. It's just stiff.
That's always there, I think, right? Because it's so much movement. So the IT is the band on the side. It's like a cable that runs, and it's number 4. They have plantar. 5, they have Achilles tendinopathy. I've never had that. Have you had Achilles?
That's one of the things I've been feeling recently, but it hasn't. I go through the week. I have my big workout on Thursday. I have my big run on Sunday, and then it gets so it's been getting better actually as the miles have been going up. So I think it was just when I originally, for this marathon build, when I started building up the miles at first, I think it put a lot of strain on that, and then as I built the miles, I can barely feel it anymore. So
I understand, and I don't know this, but I understand that people who do feel that pain in the lower part of their foot, that injury that you're talking about, it can almost be like their Achilles heel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a joke.
In that case, it would be, I believe. Yeah.
It would be their Achilles heel. Hamstring is number 6.
Oh, hamstrings! They're always sore.
Hamstring strains, calf strains, stress fractures.
Stress fractures never had.
Ankle sprains 9, and rounding out the 10, I've had this glute med. I had that hip flexor glute med. It's like in the butt. It's in the back there in the butt. So I guess on this list, I've had some of them. But what that comment by R-Dud got me thinking, like, are we really always injured? We're not always injured. Like, I went through a long period of time where I wasn't really injured. Like, I got me thinking, that comment. Are we a runner?
Well, I mean, I think if I was a professional hockey player or something like that, I wouldn't want to be in the shape that I'm optimized for different things. In other words, like, I'm not. I think there's relative degrees of health for different parts of your body. There's no, like, to me, it's not a gray line. It's not a black line. You're injured or you're not injured, right?
Yeah.
So in other words, like, I think if you're a high performance athlete, you probably don't want to be doing lots of miles. Like, right. I mean, in kind of more of an explosive sport like soccer or something, right? I mean, I think in the off season, a soccer player might benefit from doing miles, a lot more miles, but he wouldn't want to do it during the season, right? Because then I think it affects you, right?
Do you think, though, that like the definition that we use for injured, like right now, I guess I'm injured, I'm not running, but if I wasn't an active runner, I don't know, like one of my colleagues here who doesn't run, they wouldn't even know they're injured. Is that a fair comment?
Maybe relatively speaking, right?
So our definition of injury, like I hear people say, I can't believe you're running, like the damage it causes to your knees and your hips, and like you're just going to ruin yourself. Like, why would you want to run? Like, you're always going to be injured. Yeah. Well, I've said before on this podcast, I categorically disagree with that comment, but because the alternative is me before, which was an unhealthy man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are degrees between both extremes, I guess, depending on what your goals are. So,
but I was trying to be unbiased with this, like in my thinking when R-Dud said that. I don't want to do marathons. You guys are always injured.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. If you read like all the Peter Attia books, I know he's a popular person here, about aging and stuff and longevity. Like VO2 max is one of the number one indicators of, so that's half the equation. The other half is like having strength.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. So we're focusing on that. Okay, do you want to talk a bit about your training a little bit?
Yeah. So
how's it going? What are you
thought
doing?
you'd never ask. No. How's it gone? It's been okay. So I think it's been the last 3 weeks has been and based. It's been really good overall in general. Like I just feel like I'm getting running is becoming easier and easier as we go.
I'm pulling up your jogs on Strava as you speak.
But my long runs, I would say I had two mediocre long runs and one good one. So the one in Boston was good, and then the other two were slightly below what I was like hoping to achieve on them. So I think it's just that again, I've been trying to get that mileage up really quickly, and maybe I'm just overdoing it a bit, and I'm a bit tired for those long runs. But like for example, for last week, I was hoping to do like all my miles at like average close to 652 or 655. I was hoping for at least
in the fast finish,
but I think I was just over 7 on average because I had one bad mile in there. So I think it's close. It's just my legs are just a little tired when I go for these long runs. But I feel like everything is improving and heading in the right direction every time. So, yeah, I mean,
can I break this down a little bit for you? Because
yeah.
I saw this when I looked at your run, and it's pretty nice. The progression is nice, and then there's a mile there at mile 29, kilometer 29, where your heart all of a sudden your pace just dropped and your heart rate just dropped, and I don't know what happened, but did something happen there? Or did you not notice?
No, I just slowed down. I was like, I didn't think I could survive the last 2 miles of my fast finish.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, well, that's enough taking it easy. I think I can do the last mile fast.
Right. So the second last mile, you.
But it was more of a like I knew I could run faster. It's just my legs just kind of didn't want to. Like it would just kind of hurt, you know.
Yeah.
Like my legs were just tired. So I feel like with fresh legs, I could probably do it easily.
Yeah. You talked earlier about
you never have fresh legs when you train for a marathon.
No. Yeah, no. Which is one of the great things about race day. But you talked about shin splints earlier.
Oh yeah, no, just on my walk today. I haven't really noticed it.
I know, but I'm just saying people usually get shin splints when they increase their mileage, right?
Yeah.
Is it maybe that your legs are feeling an increase in mileage, you think?
The shin splints, or why I wasn't able to hit
both.
Yeah. The shin splints, I think it's not a real thing. So
we lead the league in brushing off injuries as not being a real thing.
Shin splints are nothing.
Not a real injury.
I mean, I only noticed it like on my walk today a little bit, barely. Another reason to do walks.
I was going to ask you about walks. That's my next question, but finish your topic.
Yeah. So, yeah, for sure. I think it's just the legs are a little tired for those long runs, but I think it's like I know Patrick's like, oh, he's all worried. We gotta lower the volume, and we do have a down week this week, so I think I'll be refreshed after it. But I think that's part of it. Like you want to be training with tired legs, so you get used to it, right? So
that's what either he or Chad or someone always tells me, like the reason that the fast finishes work so well is you're doing those miles on tired legs.
Yeah.
And it's close as you can to replicating race day without all the positives and also without hopefully as many as the negatives. You've been walking, Charlie, quite a bit. Are you just trying to kind of get what's happened there?
I just kind of want to get extra
time on feet.
Just a midday break. That's it. Usually.
Okay. And you just go kind of lunch hour and you walk around. I notice you're clode walking.
Yeah. 10 minutes.
10-minute Ks.
Yeah.
Zooming through your Ks. Your run on Sunday, I saw you.
Yeah. You saw me? I didn't see you. There was
Yeah,
a big Louis thing.
we were there. We were at the Luriel thing with the
Okay.
kids.
Yeah, I did like I did 10 loops, and they were there every loop. I was like, oh well, I'm going to be out there for 3 hours. They're not going to be here for 3 hours, but no, they were there for 3 hours.
So I think what happened is l'Union Nationale Métis de Saint Joseph, they go first and they commemorate the death of Luriel.
Yeah.
And then the Manitoba Métis Federation goes after. And I think they're like,
yeah, they're fighting.
They're fighting. Yeah. So they don't go at the same time. So it was like probably an hour and a half for each, probably an hour for each of them with a break in between. And you maybe just saw people.
Yeah, there was people there the whole time, but yeah, I guess there's overlap.
Well, yeah, and your last loops, like Prime Minister Carney was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With Wob, my buddy.
Just
Wob.
get off the sidewalk. I'm trying to do a jog here.
they got the seats. I'm trying to run here. Can't you see? Okay, so you did 35 kilometers on Sunday.
Was it that many? Okay, yeah.
34.77 kilometers. Less than 5 minutes pace, 2 hours and 50 minutes. You're doing loops, so this is like almost backyardish. And you kept picking up water. Is that what was happening?
Well, what I was doing was I was practicing. So at the race, it's basically 4.3 mile loops. So I was doing 2.15 mile loops. So every 2 loops was like the equivalent of 1 loop at my race. And I was doing at the end of each loop, at the end of each 2 loops, which would have been 1 regular loop, I was grabbing a bottle and running, practicing drinking from it. And in between, I was doing a gel just to practice the nutrition, because that's going to be my race plan is one gel mid loop plus 1 bottle on each loop.
Okay, to be clear, you're talking about the marathon project.
The marathon project has loops, 4.3 mile loops. Yeah.
You've signed up for that. You're running that in about a month or so, right?
A month and two days.
December 20th. Okay, and how's that going with the marathon project? Any news there? Anything?
Yeah. So I got an email yesterday.
Fake email.
I don't know. It can't be real. I'm going to get new Hoka X3 running shoes.
I saw that and I was like, well, what the heck? Those are like $400 shoes. Like he's paying $500 to do the race and like he's getting $400 shoes.
I mean, it's becoming a pretty good investment so far.
Yes, investment. Yes.
Free shoes. I mean,
free shoes.
$500 shoes, but whatever.
Are you getting excited about that race a little bit?
I'm excited about. I'd say I'm about a 6 out of 10 excited. I'm just excited about. I'm more excited about kind of the future in general as opposed to that specific race, because I feel like I probably won't be in the fitness that I had hoped, but I'll be close. So
yeah, you're progressing a ton.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Yeah,
and then you're like a 9.5 on 10 for the backyard excitement.
Yes.
Or is it more like 7.5?
No, 9.5. Yeah, you got
it. I sat in on. I don't know what you got on your list of things to talk about.
No, let's talk about. You're going to talk about the MRA meeting.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was there, but yeah.
Are you a race director?
No, I'm not. That's why you were there. Okay. Race director meeting. Okay.
No big deal. I kind of directed 3 races in 2024.
Yeah.
No, 2025. The CMB Canada Half, which was not a short course. The Mike Check Relay and the Papa Jerry. It's an MRA race. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because we had the insurance for the competitors and all that. And then the Papa Jerry Relay, the Papa Jerry Fun Run? I forget what we called it. In La Broquerie on the weekend at Saint Jean-Baptiste. That guy called me, by the way, the social activity director of the RM of La Broquerie, and was inquiring about my plans for the coming year. And You heard it here first. Breaking news. We're definitely doing that race again at the Pedgeri. Yeah. We got a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon in Labroquie. I was actually thinking about how many people signed up for the 5 and the 10K relative to the half, and thinking that I should probably do a 5 and a 10K for the CMV. Like,
yeah, you should.
If I really want to grow this thing, like, I should probably do a 5 and a 10K for a CMV. Anyways, and I don't know when I'm going to do my CMV Canada, but yes, it was a fun rate. It was a fun meeting. Fun. I don't know if meetings are ever fun, but it was like enlightening, I'd say, because all the different race directors were there and they were all talking about the issues that they have with their race. And there was an agenda and we followed through, and I stayed quiet because I was on my bike for most of the time.
Yeah.
But what's happening in MRA? Well, one, there's a ton of growth. Manitoba runners, just like a ton of growth. Races are selling out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was formerly a foreign concept, and now races are selling out. Bib pickup is kind of like becoming more of an important
logistic planning issue. Yeah.
Logistic planning issue. And
I've never had a problem, but
no, but even just think of our race, my race that I did in Labroquie there. You were there. I had no prior race bib pickup. We had 110 runners.
Yeah.
And I did morning of pickup, and it was, for you guys,
stressful for some people.
It was to get everyone registered and their bib and at the start line for 9 o'clock. That means some people need to be there at 8, right? Because it takes a while to get through everyone. I'm going to be more efficient this year though, but regardless. But like the topic that I feel like was the dominating of the conversation was this concept of race bandits. This like people running races without a bib. And we talked at length about it. And you've mentioned to me in the past that it's a thing that it's a serious thing. And I've
never actually seen anyone do it.
The size of my races, it wouldn't work because there's only 100 or 200 runners at my races. Yeah. So I would know that person, like as race director, I would know, be like, hey. I mean, unless it's, and my races are shorter, so they're loops. But the CMV Canada half, I guess someone could sneak in there without a bib, leave, and then I wouldn't see them again. I guess what some people are doing.
I was a bandit on the 5K in Boston last week by accident.
For like 200 meters? For
like half a mile, maybe.
Yeah, but you didn't even use the aid stations. You didn't even drink the water.
Plus, I false started. I started a minute early.
Yeah, you're really cheating.
Or 30 seconds early. Anyway,
they're struggling with this concept of educating and informing, which is the right thing to do, and disciplining the clear intentional offenders.
Yeah,
like I think they got it. I think they got it. They figured it out. It's like, okay, if Rob Tétrault, the amount of knowledge that I have about races, if I go and I bandit a race, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like that should be a pretty serious offense in Manitoba, because why am I doing that? It's against the spirit of the race. I know better. I know the risks. I know, but if I don't know, my son who doesn't know anything finds out that his buddies signed up for a race and doesn't know and shows up and is really clueless about it and runs a race with someone. And so in that situation, or runs a part of it just to help them out. And they really don't know. Like there's some people that don't know, right? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Like people who aren't runners. Like I remember when I started running, I didn't get the whole concept. Why it was like, why don't more people do that? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. But obviously the risks are if someone gets hurt,
you
right?
Want to get the time in the free press.
You want to get the time in the free press. If someone gets hurt, it's a serious risk for the race because they don't know who this person is, if they don't have a bib or whatever. And then obviously the integrity of the race is a big thing because races sell out now. So people who miss the registration period, we don't want to just encourage people to just show up willy-nilly without consequence. So MRA is rightfully taking this seriously. But there was a clear difference in the I would say, in the discussion around encouraging runners, right? We're growing the sport. We want to grow the sport. MRA is his mission to grow the sport. And someone who just makes an honest mistake in their first race or didn't sign up for the right race and just, I'm to do the 10K instead, not a big deal. You and I, we kind of know that that's a little complicated. They should have let MRA know and they should have let the race director know, but we don't want that person banned forever. Like that's the opposite of what we want. And then people doing it to save money or because I'm trying to think, why would someone, have you thought about this? Why would someone, like someone who's race banned?
Well, someone who didn't get a bib, maybe like they just couldn't, they sold out and they couldn't get it.
Okay. So I get that. So if you're aware of how races work, you know you have to sign up and you missed the deadline and you email, you're like, hey, I'd really like to get in this race. Any chance I can be on the wait list? Yeah, sorry, we're sold out. I can't get you a bib. And then they go run it anyways. Like that's intent. That person should be censured at some level. Maybe not a ban, but maybe some sort of, I don't know, whatever that is. Because we just don't want that person ever to do it again. They need to understand that if you ever do this again, you'll be banned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you disagree with me?
No, I mean, I think it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't know. I would say one warning.
Yeah, some amount of warnings. I don't know what it is, but one or two, or maybe progressive warning, or maybe a fine. And
well, I think if you have one, that's enough, right? And then you say, okay, if you ever do it again, then
yeah, if ever you do it again, you're breaching the code, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was a chat that we had on Saturday last week while I was on the bike, and there was a race director who said that they had they caught 7 bandits in their race.
Were they a group?
No, it was like one-offs, and he knew the people.
Was it a big race? Was it I guess now you're divulging stuff. Never mind.
No, I'm not going to tell you who it is. It was a bigger race, but not the biggest, definitely. And they were worried. They were concerned about what are we doing with these bandits. And so, anyways, it's a top of mind topic for MRA, and but more importantly, growth, huge success at all these races, most amount of races. The Classic Series, I didn't even understand what you obviously know what the Classic Series is.
Yeah, I won it one year.
I didn't even know.
That was the trophy you picked up for me that one time.
I don't. What is it? It's for top score in the races that are deemed classic.
Yeah, correct? So there's a set of races at the beginning of the year. They decide which races are a part of the Classic Series. One year, CMV, the year was short, was part of it.
Yeah,
it was part of it. So you get points, and basically it's of all. I think it goes by gender, and of all the people that are MRA members, whoever finishes first in that race gets 300 points, and then it goes down by like, I think 15 the first person, and then 10, 10, 10. At some point, it just goes down by like five, and then 1, and then 1 at the end. So in the big races, you're still going to get points, but you'll get like not as many. But in the small races, if you go to the small races, there's a good chance that you can get a really high point number. And it just adds up your points for the year. And then they take your best 10 races, and you need a minimum of 5 to qualify.
Okay, minimum of 5.
But best 10. So, but in my age category, where there's a lot of people, 45 to 49.
You and Johnny.
Well, it was me and Todd one year.
Oh, Todd.
Or me and, anyways, I don't know. I didn't really try this year. I only did like 2 races, but you have to do the 10 races to have a chance, pretty much, unless maybe Johnny could win it with 7. I don't know. But
get enough points in the races. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like the World Golf Rankings where they minimum 18 events, but max of 50 or whatever like that.
And and our previous guest, Jess, I think she's won 3 times in a row, her category. Wow. And so it's all the people that like doing a lot of races and it's fun.
But the process is like to become a classic race, from what I gather.
Yeah, so that part I don't know.
It's like it can't be around a big race. It can't. So I guess the board looks at it and will decide, if you end up doing a half marathon the week before the Manitoba Marathon, they're not going to put it as a classic race because they want they want like everyone who's a runner to be able to participate in that race without kind of harming their plans. It's kind of what I gathered.
Maybe, but like, so Treeherne is the same weekend as the
Heads Run for Literacy or
No.
Rotary
half. So
Yeah.
so and those both count. And then the day before I think is the Kleefeld one, which counts. But that's the other thing that's fun is there's different distances.
Right.
So if you're like, it really got me into the different distances. So if you're looking for something different, like to me, that is fun. The fun part is the different, even if there'd be like, it'd be nice if there'd be like a 1 miler or something in there.
Is there like, were you following the results and did you know where you were ranking?
The year I won, yeah. The year I won, I was checking all the time.
Okay, so you knew that you were in the running and that.
Oh yeah. I was like, hopefully Johnny doesn't do too many races. Just kidding.
And I guess the people that are in all these races, it's like a common thing they talk about. They share, oh, you got 270 points and you got.
Well, that part I don't know. I've heard Todd talk about it.
Okay, so it's just Todd that I'm thinking of because Todd.
No, I think about it, but yeah.
Okay, when they gave us a classic race series standing for the CND Canada Half Marathon, I didn't even understand what that meant, the implications of that.
Well, I think a lot of people went because it was that too, right?
I know they wanted to help us, clearly.
Yeah.
Kathy, being the great sport that she is and being the advocate for running in Manitoba, was like, okay, this guy is trying to organize a race. I'm going to help him out. I don't know. I'm going to put it in the classic race series. And then all those people came. Problem is I ended up having a short course that first year and they probably now think
I don't know how it works, how they pick them, to be honest.
Well, they talked about it briefly at the meeting, and maybe we could get someone from MRA on here. But I think it's a board decision. It's just like a board decision. They vote and they decide.
Yeah. So
the board decides.
They just need a 1K or a 1 miler in there. That'd be fun.
Maybe we should organize it.
My request is to have a 1 mile in the classic race series.
Why don't we just do it?
Yeah,
we did.
But it has to be, they have to approve it, right?
Maybe the bike check relay will be a 1 miler this year.
A 1 mile race.
Well, it was 1,500 meters last year.
What do you mean?
The bike check relay that we did.
We did a 1,500 meter race on the track.
Yeah, and those people got a time, and those people, but it wasn't classic series.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to do. No, but do a 1 miler on the road.
Okay, a road 1 miler
would be fun.
Okay, I think. Do I have enough time to do this? Maybe we could. Maybe you and I could organize this. We still have all the other races we have to organize.
Yeah.
Our declining mile balance race.
Declining mile balance. How does that one work again?
The Charlie there, where you have to guess.
You just have to be accurate.
Yeah, the pacing challenge.
Yeah, that one would be fun. Yeah, but can't be a race series.
No, but we still have to organize that.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? We had another race we wanted to organize. We also, I organized the world's first ever indoor office half marathon, which was crazy when I think about it. I have something on my list here. Oh yeah, I want to update you on 2 other things. One is this eggs thing. I told you training camp started this week for my Guinness record attempt to eat most hard-boiled eggs peeled and eaten in a minute. The record is 6. You must peel, eat, show an empty mouth, peel, eat, show an empty mouth 6 times. So to beat it is 7. We've been messing around with quick times. Today, the quick time was 6 minutes and 45 seconds, Charlie. Those eggs were 1 bite straight down. They were so liquidy. The yolk was like liquid. I just chewed. Poof, it went right down. It was like a 2-second eat. The problem is they took me like 20 seconds to peel because they were so. The eggshells were sticky to the thing. So
so how did you boil them? That could just be your boiling method.
The boiling method, we waited till the water was boiled with salt. We put them in. Well, because if you don't cook them enough, it sticks, right? Because you cooked them 12 minutes, you said, right?
Yeah.
So there's a correlation,
apparently.
I'm not an expert in this.
Yeah.
I'm told there's a correlation between length of time and reverse correlation and stickiness of the membrane to the egg.
Oh, okay.
So the longer you cook it, the more the membrane disconnects and the easier it is to peel.
Okay.
So the more you cook it, the easier it becomes to peel. But the more you cook it, the harder it is to eat. The less you cook it, the easier it is to eat. So we need somewhere in there that is dissecting at the X and Y interval. We want the optimal spot. However, today
Did you
we
put
discovered
salt in your water when you boiled it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So it took me 44 seconds to eat 2 eggs today. So that's fine. It's not great. We're nowhere near the record, but they were very easy to eat. Very easy to eat. The good news is that Get, who works here, is used to be a chef, and she says that all the fancy restaurants, they don't boil their eggs in water. They boil them in steam. So we went down this path of looking with ChatGPT, and apparently, if you cook them in steam, the membrane will disconnect from the egg a lot easier, and they make perfectly peeled eggs. So we're going to try steam cooking some eggs, and we're going to see what that does. And if we can if we can have them like less cooked, so they're easy to eat, and disconnected membrane, that might be the ticket to the record. I just want to update you.
Yeah, it looks like you got it. I think I could probably try this at home. I think I could do a few. What's the record?
7 eggs. The record is 6 eggs in a minute.
And the rule is you have to peel, eat.
Yeah.
The eating's the more of it. Like I could probably peel them in about 15 seconds, I would imagine. And so 45 seconds to eat 6, that's like 7. That's like 7 seconds per. That's going to be hard.
It's hard. I've done the where the shell just pops off if you cook them like 12, 13 minutes, and the shell just like one crack, shell just pops out. Like you said, 15 seconds to. That's great, but now you're putting an extremely dry egg in your mouth, and it's very, very tough to eat. It's tough to get down.
Can you not just like have a glass of water beside and just dunk it in the water? Doesn't count.
No, I got the rules from Guinness. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm not giving up by any stretch, but 2 eggs in 44 seconds, not great. I tried, the one time I tried it with the extremely hard boiled eat, I got 5 done in a minute. Well, like a minute 8, minute 9. So we're close. Speaking of Guinness records, we were at the Indigo on the weekend with my kids, and they were looking through the 2026 brand new released edition of the Guinness Book of World Records. I was hoping that they'd be able to see I gotta get this off my wall. Did I break it? Yeah, I broke it. I'll show you something. One sec. I wanted to show you
the barefoot triathlon.
The viewers, and I think I broke my Guinness. No, I didn't break it. They're made strong. This thing, right? My Guinness record. I have a Guinness record for fastest Olympic barefoot triathlon until you beat me. But for now, I have it. And the kids wanted to see if it was in the book. And I told them, it's not going to be in the book, right? It's not going to be in the book because there's so many. It's not in the book. That's not my punchline. But in the book, there was all these running records.
Okay.
And my son saw one that caught his eye. Youngest to complete a marathon barefoot.
Okay.
18 years, 237 days or something. So he just saw it. He didn't tell me anything about it. And then he asked me a question on the car ride home. He goes, "What does complete a marathon mean?" And I said, "Well, I'm guessing." I was like, "What are you asking?" He's like, "Well, are there rules like Manitoba Marathon?" I said, "I think you have 6 hours." It says, "Huh." And he was like, "Are there some races that would give me more time, longer, or whatever?" And so anyways, bottom line, he said, I don't know if he's going to, he said he's going to try to get a Guinness record. He says, that one's easy, right, Papa? I was like, yeah. He said, as long as I finish it in 6 hours, I am the youngest to ever complete it.
How old is he going to be at the Manitoba Marathon next year?
He's going to be 18 and like 30 days.
So he's going to be under?
He's going to be under. So
Okay.
he told me he wanted to take a run at it. And I said, but dude, you can't just.
He's got to start running. He's got to start running with bare feet.
You can't just, this is not like running a marathon where I would let him. If he wanted to just run a marathon, I would let him. I'd be like, figure it out. You're going to hurt. You're going to hit the pain cave. And next time you'll know you have to train. But like this is damage to the feet, right? Like he won't be able to. Like,
well, I mean,
he's got to train barefoot.
I feel like he's not had as much experience going bare feet as me and you had when we were kids.
Man.
But
my whole life, that's all we did. We ran barefoot outside.
So yeah, I think he can do it though. He's just got to train.
Yeah, I told him there's going to be a training plan, and the training plan is not because I want your cardio to be up. It's because I want your feet to be up. You can walk those miles if you want, but you have to spend miles and miles and miles barefoot. You're going to have to do it twice a week at least. So he's excited. He's excited to do that. And that's it for the list of things on my list that I want to talk about. Eggs, Guinness, walks, MRA. Yeah, I'm done with that unless you want to talk about the backyard.
No, I just want to, so a shout out to Simo. He texted me today.
Okay.
He's really pumped about doing an Ironman next year. So I have to decide what I want to do next year, which I don't know yet. I'm on the fence for everything.
What Ironman is he looking at?
Chattanooga. What about you? What are your plans? Do you have your calendar all set for next year, or what's in the agenda for next year?
So the big ones that I want to do, I've talked about here, Tokyo in March, early March. So I think March 2nd. Then I have the backyard that I want to attempt to qualify in April, late April. Is this a pipe dream that for me that we're going to qualify for Team Canada?
No, I think we're definitely going to qualify for Team Canada.
Okay, and then that would take us.
That would be in like October or September.
October. Do you know exactly?
I think it's October. Yeah, you're right.
October.
So that's why I can't really do an Ironman, although I want to do an Ironman.
I think we could still do an Ironman, like for fun.
Yeah. You
don't think you could do an Ironman in May?
No. Chattanooga is not in May. It's in
September. 70.3. Sorry. When is Chattanooga?
It's in September.
September 27.
I mean, I could just assume we qualify in April. Assume one of us does. I mean, that's the thing. Really, only one of us can automatically qualify unless we do a lot of loops.
Well, I like the idea that I've said this before, but like, I don't want to lose to you. You don't want to lose to me. So it's the best possible situation of pushing each other.
Yeah.
One of us will fall, and then the other one will probably fall the next loop. And we might not win, probably won't win. I don't know. I don't want to overset expectations to the listeners out there. Like, you two knobs think you're just going to walk in here and win races where people have been training and training and training. Yeah. Maybe we're oversetting some expectations here. I'm at peace with it. I set big goals. Dare to dream. Let's go. Think of what you might be able to do and go and try to do it. So I think there's a decent chance that one of us qualifies. And if my plan, let's say you have a better day than I do and you qualify and I finish 43 hours and you beat me and you qualify, and that's not enough to qualify for Worlds, I'm going to take a run at Bob's backyard, or what's it called? Old Tom's. Not even close to Bob's. Yeah. So I'm going to register for Old Tom's on December 9th when it opens. I'm going to register as a backup.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have that in my back pocket. And if I don't qualify, assuming I have a good time at this backyard in April, I'm going to try to do it 3 months later, 2 months later, 3 months later. I'm going to give you enough.
When's the Old Tom one?
Isn't it the weekend of the Sell Up 200 every year?
It's in July, I believe.
I believe it's like around your birthday. Old Tom Backyard.
July 4th.
Oh, perfect.
So that isn't a second option, right? So
that's my backup plan. But I mean, if I don't qualify,
35 loops won there last year.
35?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling it'll be a lot more, though, don't you think?
Well, if it's a silver ticket, I think
you're going to get people that are going to come to that.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm thinking it's going to take whatever. We'll have a better idea.
It's still a day and a half. I mean, it's not terrible.
No, it's a lot of running, but we're in the conversation of being able to do that. Because a lot of people have never done a backyard, right?
Yeah, a lot of people haven't. Yeah, so
then if I don't qualify, so my plan, back to your first question, I'm going to attempt to qualify once, attempt to qualify twice. If I qualify in one of those two, then a race is going to be the world championship. Sorry, the what is it called? The Canadian. What is it called?
Canadian. It's the satellite championships, they call it.
But it is the worlds, though, right?
Well, it's technically, they call it the satellite championships. It's basically it's team championships.
Right. So Canada hosts, I remember I followed this too.
Every country hosts their own.
On the same day at the exact same time at the exact same start. So with the time zones and everything, everyone starts at the same time.
Yeah.
And each country gets to pick their course.
Yeah.
And you add up your top 6, I think. Or no, every loop counts.
I'm not sure how it works.
Regardless.
The counting.
Belgium crushed last year, right?
Yeah.
But you're actually competing, I would argue. It's the satellites, but it's kind of the world championship. So that's in October. So
I would call it the team world championship.
Team world championships. Yeah, it's not big. It's not bigs in Tennessee or whatever.
It's not the individual world championship, which is in
the team world championship. Let's call it that. The team world championships. So if I qualify, then that's my A race, and that's all I'm going to train for pretty much all of 2026. If I enjoy it, if it's fun, and I don't want to do stuff I don't like. Life's way too short. So if I'm not enjoying it after the first one, then off the list, unless I qualify. If I qualify and I did enjoy it, I'll still do it. So if I fail, that means I'm going to pick a race for September, October.
Yeah.
And my thought was Berlin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I missed that was November 5th. We were supposed to go for I mean, you can still get marathon tours or whatever, but I forgot to register for the lottery was November 5th for Berlin.
I think it's a window, isn't it? It's a 2-week window. I don't think it's over yet. No, I don't know. No, you're right. Closed on November 6th. Yeah, I missed the lottery. No big deal.
No big deal, yeah.
A year out. You got to be planning your races for a year out. So that's what I'm planning. I would, if I fail, I would do an Ironman with you and Simo, but I would do it on my terms, like for fun. Not like just have a fun day trip with you guys and go. You would obviously A race the living crap out of that, right?
I think maybe that's what I could do is I could just register for it and decide if I'm going to A race or B race or C race it later.
Yeah, and if you
that would be an interesting concept, just doing an Ironman easy.
I'm pretty sure it would be very doable.
Not doing it just
as a training run, so to not disrupt anything else.
Dog type of thing.
Yeah, obviously it would have some impact, but you're saying still do whatever your A race is in the fall, right?
Yeah, let's say there's an A race in the fall. The other thing I've been thinking is this training for my marathon has been going pretty well. And I'm like, oh, can I squeeze in another marathon before April? So
in Tokyo.
I can't go to Tokyo, but I mean, I'm sure there are marathons in March somewhere that I could.
Oh, there are definitely marathons in March somewhere for sure. What excites you the most out of that? Shout out to Simo there. I know he's a phenomenal Ironmaner, cyclist. Yeah. So good for him for doing this. What excites you the most out of that? Does qualifying for Team Canada drive you a little bit? Like it drives me.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
But also I don't want to lose sight of doing a sub 3-hour marathon, which is kind of the white whale I've been.
Yeah. And that window's arguably starting to close for you at some point in the next 5 years.
So, and I think on
Dude,
the
I know
trajectory that I'm going on right now, it's unlikely to happen on December 20th, but give me another 2 months and it could
dude,
be.
you need to do a late Feb
Yeah.
marathon or an early March. Same as me.
Yeah. So on that trajectory, I think like that's the thing that bothers me is like, I think I won't have many, many more chances to do a sub 3-hour marathon.
Yeah, I disagree with that
I
comment.
mean,
but
I might,
why-
but I am getting older, right? So
yeah.
yeah.
And you never know when you just aren't healthy anymore, right?
Yeah. So that's one thing. And then for Ironman, the unfinished is I want to qualify for Kona again.
Okay.
So if I were to do an Ironman, that'd be the whole point of doing it, right? I think I've got a lot of potential I have left on the table there. So and then backyard. So those three things drive me, but I guess sometimes you got to pick, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking at the race calendar here for marathons in February. There are definitely Galveston Marathon, Columbus Marathon, South Texas International Marathon, Rio Beach Marathon. Anyways, there's marathons for sure. I think if you don't qualify for Team Canada, wouldn't the most natural next progression for your marathon be a fall next year build?
Yeah, fall marathon next year would be perfect.
Like a New York or a Chicago or
yeah, but in my head, like I've already qualified for like anyways, I will
for the world.
I think, yeah, like
yeah,
I mean,
okay, I'm like that too.
Sorry, but
so you're thinking
not.
it's not till 2027.
Yeah. No, it's not guaranteed, but I want to.
No,
I don't want to think. I don't want to think that it could not happen.
Yeah, we're treating this like what we always do. Our sub threes, we go after them. We assume it's going to happen, and you do what you need to do to get there.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah.
Look at February marathons and go crush one.
Yeah, that might be what I'll do.
Because that'll be perfect 2 months after.
Yeah, just recover. I feel like I won't need that much recovery from this one because
it's going to be a 3:04. It won't be that fast. I'm not going to be.
No. It's just I only put in 8 weeks compared to usually it's like 16, right? And like 2 of those, so 6 weeks of really training, right? So,
yeah, great.
Plus 2 weeks of taper versus 14 and 2. So basically, less than half what I normally put in.
Yeah, I would crush another one right away. That's what I would do.
Okay.
And then you go boom, boom. And you could do the Ironman in Chattanooga, even if you're doing.
I think if ever I qualify for SAT champs, that doesn't have to be an A race. Like, I mean, it could be, but.
Right. Because we're not going to win that. So we could.
I mean, I'd be okay with training for an Ironman at the same, and then just pivoting to that after. I think Ironman is probably it's not ideal training for a backyard, but it's not terrible either.
October 17th. So it'd be Ironman, taper into the backyard.
When's the Chattanooga one?
September 27th. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
That's almost perfect.
Yeah.
You'd show up to SAT champs. Hey, how's the taper gone? Oh, I did an Ironman 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's doable. I mean, we're going to do the best we can at SAT champs once we qualify each and get our spot there. But we're not going to win. We're not going to win that. Like, there's no way we're winning that.
Possible, yeah.
Like, we're not even going to be. We're going to be in the bottom third of our team. I would imagine.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. We'll see. I mean, maybe it's not worth talking about that till we get by the first one.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, anything else you want to chat about?
No, I'm good. Hopefully you're back at running very soon. And should be a lot of fun the next few months. So,
okay, I agree. I'm excited too. And we'll get Phil Marcoux on the show. I don't know if he replied to my text. I asked him if he wants to come on talk about his attempt at sub 3 at the New York Marathon in like a week and a half. So hopefully we can get him on here chatting about, like, every time, I don't know if you've seen his runs. Every time he goes and he does a workout, he gets a PR in a half marathon or he gets a PR in a 10K. It's like forever on Strava.
Yeah.
His workouts are PRs all the time right now.
Yeah.
So
It'd be nice to be back in those days.
Yeah, that's a rare. Yeah, that doesn't last forever, Phil.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he'll come on here and we'll talk about him and his chase for the sub 3, and then we'll zoom right into your prep for Marathon Project. We got a couple guests in the hopper as well. Some interesting people that are coming on the show. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star review. We appreciate it. We value you guys as listeners, and please tell your friends, send them to us. And remember, more miles, less pace. Let's go.